All right, so this exercise, my partner gives me physical bridge structure so that my body tenses up as a reaction to engaging her. And then I become aware of the tension in my body, the space around me, the space around my partner, and the intrinsic energy that I want to execute. Here I just want to float my partner back about a meter or so. So I become aware of the space. So she gives me the tension again, and then I relax the energy into that pattern, into that floating energy. And then the second repetition, as she comes in, I just start relaxing a little bit earlier so that that energy doesn't get onto my body. And then with each repetition, I accelerate the timing of that exact same phenomena of physical tension. She gives me more, my body locks up to deal with it, and then I open the matrices up and run the energy through the pattern. So you just keep accelerating the timing forward in time. This involves the first transformation as well, because you want to just take that moment in time ahead and release it sooner. So you add the first transformation into it. Crush, I'll just give you a feel of this. So we have the physical pressure, and then I release, and then I just accelerate the timing. So first transformation, be very aware of the space. You want to come in? So give me a bit more pressure. Okay, so my body locks up, and then a bit more, and I just accelerate that timing. So on this one, I have to release a little bit deeper than I normally have to, and so what I would do is the left side I was releasing really cleanly, and the right side I wasn't. So I'd go, okay, I'm going to release more on that side in that space, and then just do a few repetitions cleaning up a nice even feeling of release. You'll find that when you touch someone's tension, you're going to unconsciously navigate through where most of the tension is, and you ignore what you don't feel. And then as you start to release those main lines, then you'll start feeling other stuff like, okay, I can feel that now, but I couldn't feel it before because the main line that they're giving you is occupying your mind. So every time you repeat, you go, I can release deeper there, and you sort of map out. After 5 or 10 minutes of it, you've got the person's energy system mapped out, and you get a nice clean release. I'm going to give the camera to Pari, and I'll give you a feel of this one as well. Okay, so you give me the physical tension, and I become aware of the space around me, the ground, where I want to send my partner, and then I relax my partner into that space. And then I start accelerating the timing, and sorry about that. And so you go from physical tension, you release it, you release physical tensions a bit sooner, and then you do the first transformation, and then you just extend it out. After a little bit of practice with this, you'll figure out how the empty force phenomena works. You transition through heavy bridge to the 4-ounce, light bridge to no bridge. And then as you map out your training partner's body, you'll get a sense of how to get deeper release into them to control their balance and get a better effect. So this timing makes everything easy. What most people, the common mistakes why people can't get empty force is they are too preoccupied with releasing their own body. You can get empty force with a tense body as long as you release your opponent and release the space. So it's not about how relaxed you are. It's about the quality of mental relaxation, not physical relaxation, and your mind's ability to affect someone else. Of course, if you're a martial artist, you'll be much more energetically conductive to a force being put on your body, but that doesn't mean your mind's not energetically conductive if your body's tense. And it's a bit of a misnomer in the internal world. They think sung, or relaxation of body, is essential. It's not actually essential. Some of the best empty force people in the world are quite stiff. So, and because that stiffness and stretch in the fascia generates power, it generates energetic emanation. But if you put your hands on them, you're going to be able to bounce them because you can feel everything from their stiffness. So Tai Chi people tend to put a huge emphasis on that relaxed body, but it's not essential. But it'll make you much harder to bounce if you are very, very relaxed. but it's not an essential component for empty force and developing internal power. So when you develop this, just be very aware of the tension your partner puts in your body, be aware of the space and whatever pattern and energy you're going to run, and then release with the contact, and then accelerate the timing on that release. And each time you do this, you're mapping out your partner's body, getting to know them better, what to release inside them. And then from there, you start amplifying the volume of release and the volume of energy you move once you've got them mapped out. If you start increasing the volume of energy first without having gone through the listening process of getting to know them, you're going to plateau pretty quickly. You won't be able to amplify more volume because you haven't got the connections to them that you may want. Okay, have a play.